Anxiety, depending on how severe our condition is, can be a very crippling feeling. The state of constantly worrying about the future rather than focusing on the present and taking things one step at a time. But did you know that the lack of control over one's anxiety is deeply rooted in our environment, how we treat it and how it treats us? Did you know that the foods we eat, the creams we apply on our bodies, reminiscing on traumatic events, drugs prescribed to us by our so-called professional, well-informed doctors, and the energy around you as a whole triggers anxiety? But I'm not here to rhetorically question you without giving you a solution at least. Today, we are going to be talking about 16 ways you can overcome anxiety. Without further ado, let's get into it. Number 1, quit social media, or at least minimize it. By now, I am sure we're all well aware about the dangers of social media. And if you're not aware, please pay close attention, because social media is one of the biggest causes of social anxiety in today's day and age. Now, of course, it's easier said than done to quit an addiction, which is to say a vast majority of us are addicted to social media. To get rid of it or to minimize it, you need to be in control of your time. Create a time schedule when you can go on it and when you can't. Restrict yourself, find healthy distractions like reading a productive book, hanging around quality friends, even learning new things such as playing a musical instrument or learning a new language. Number 2, your diet. GAPS diet or keto diet, or a clean, nutritionally dense diet, which you choose to go for. Most diseases and illnesses start from the gut. And to add to that, you are not what you eat. You are what you digest. Let me say that again. You are not what you eat. You are what you digest. You are what you can digest. Think about it. We're literally 10% human, 90% bacteria. And our gut flora is a habitat where this mass of microbes live to aid our digestive system in breaking down nutrients and vitamins for good use in our bodies. Having studied a lot of Dr. Natasha Campbell's work, who is a neurologist that cured a child's autism as well as many more diseases and illnesses using a health and nutritional protocol called the GAPS diet, you come to find out that most of the diseases are inflicted on us by ourselves. I will be expanding on the GAPS diet in another video, so look out for it. I also suggest you do some research on Dr. Sebi, who is an individual who also saved a lot of lives. The messages differ from each other, but there is a lot to learn from both sides. However, one thing both sides has in common is they both preach the same thing. The father of medicine, Hippocrates, quoted, which was, all diseases start from the gut. Let that sink in. Okay, now moving on to another way of getting rid of your anxiety. And if you're enjoying this video so far and it's somewhat helpful to you, please press the subscribe button. A lot more information like this will be coming out soonish. Yeah. Number 3, spend time in nature. Spending time in nature is one of the most effective ways of getting rid of anxiety as well as negative thoughts. There are not many things in life as impressive as the sound of nature or the sight of nature, the birds flying in the blue skies, the sound of trees and the ocean waving. I mean, isn't it just refreshing? I mean, come on. I'm sure many of you would agree on this. Rather than spending time on social media with a constant comparison of others, why not spend time studying nature and breathing in that beautiful prana?
Breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Peace.
That beautiful prana. We literally need it to survive. I mean, try it out and thank me later. Number 4, plant your feet in nature. The modern days is very different to the days of old. We were taken from our natural habitats and put in comfortable prisons, and now we hardly go outside anymore. So how will they ever realize the power of nature if they never step outside? Did you know you can heal yourself by planting your foot in nature's soil? Research shows that a lot of MS patients have been healed by walking outside barefooted in nature, just knowing what this matrix brings. It's no surprise we're giving shoes to pretend it helps us and protects us, just like a lot more things given to us, such as Big Pharma. Yes, I said it, Big Pharma. I mean, you cannot take a species out of the natural habitat and expect them to do good.
How can I just take my shoes off, put my feet on the ground, and reduce inflammation until you experience it? You're not going to believe it, but wait.
Number 5, forgive. Have you ever kept malice with someone, reconciled with them, and all of a sudden you feel this relief deep in your mind, body and soul? That feeling of a heavy baggage being lifted from your shoulders. We need to realize that we control our reality. We have the choice whether or not to let go of our situations that upset us or situations that anger us. Just thinking about it can trigger memories. Just imagine walking into a room filled with people you have problems with. The anxiety can be crippling depending on how much those people mean to you or meant to you. And that is why it is important we must forgive for the sake of our peace of mind and anxiety release. Now, I'm not saying forget, because that would be very ignorant of you. And the probability of you getting stung again would be high. But put it all behind you and move on, even if you never talk to the individual ever again. Comprende? Okay. Number 6. Be careful of the energy you consume. Let me start by saying, what you consume will consume you. The great Nikola Tesla's well-renowned quote states, if you want to know the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, vibration, and frequency. The average individual hears that and thinks, whatever. I hear that and I think, wow, you really did crack the code to the universe. We are a lot more than what we think we are. We're literally multi-dimensional beings, having a human experience, and whatever happens in the physical world first manifests in the spiritual realm. The matrix has been designed, altered, and manipulated to bring up the negativity in us by all means necessary. Distractions from past traumas, social media, movies, entertainment, I mean, the list goes on yeah, the prawn industry, of course they got to be involved in that. I mean, all these things contribute to anxiety, and we have to get rid of them with immediate effects. Me personally, I love to watch movies, so that's one. It's not going to be easy, I'm not going to lie. It's not going to be easy to get rid of. But if you want more self-control and not be like me, I'm joking, guys. Alright? I'm working on it. Alright? Number 7. Meditation and breathing exercises. Now, this one in particular has got to be the grandfather of getting rid of anxiety. Ever meditated to the point where you start to go into this trance state, almost like you're floating in space? Well, I have, and I must tell you, it is the best, most peaceful, surreal feeling ever. It eliminates all your problems for the time being, and when you open your eyes, it's almost like you've been reborn. This usually happens around 10 minutes into your meditation, and with frequent practices, it is a beautiful feeling. Very beautiful feeling, I can tell you that. Being in control of your thoughts and energy automatically eliminates anxiety, but it takes practice. Imagine being on social media for years, digesting so many toxic contents and information, and expecting your anxiety to vanish within the blink of an eye. It simply doesn't work like that. You have to put in the work, eliminate all distractions, practice breathing techniques and shallow breaths. Stop shallow breathing. Breathe through your diaphragm. Breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. Not your mouth, your nose. Your nose is part of your respiratory system and performs several important jobs. It provides a sense of smell and filters dirt and allergens out the air you breathe. Also try using music not just as a distraction technique, but simply because music, instrumentals to be specific, are a gift to us from the universe if we use it to the best of its ability. Setting musical frequencies are extremely helpful because the positive vibrations they send out, for example 5 to 8 Hertz, can be very helpful. I suggest you look into it after this video. Grab your earphones, eliminate all distractions, set your timer to 15 minutes, close your eyes in a relaxed state and a relaxed position, and get to work. Thank me later. Number 8. Cold showers. It works. It works. I can testify to that. It works. I can testify to that. Cold showers is one of the hardest practices on this list. I mean, just hopping in the shower is hard work for some people. Okay, jokes apart. Cold showers are a game changer. Like the supernatural Wim Hof says, a cold shower a day keeps the doctor away. And this quote is coming from a man who literally set the world record for the longest time in direct, full body contact with ice, which was 1 hour and 44 minutes in January 2010. That's insane. Alright. A man who runs for miles on miles in the freezing cold, barefooted. I mean, isn't that just ridiculous? It's been proven and tested. My advice is to start gradually rather than jump into an ice bath on your cold shower straight away. Why don't you start warm, gradually turn on the temperature, breathe in deep and out slowly through your nose, and try to control your heart rate. By doing this, you learn to control your anxiety. Stop smoking, drinking and drugs. Now, even though it is common knowledge that smoking, drinking and doing drugs are high risks to our mental and physical health with a very low to no reward, people still can't seem to get rid of it. Can't seem to stop, even knowing the consequences. My advice is number one, change your circle. If you're a smoker around smokers, it's 10 times harder to quit. So the question is, how bad do you want to quit? Are you willing to give up your circle of friends who keep dragging you down with them or constantly peer pressuring you? I will leave that to you to decide. Once you are able to overcome this extremely addictive obstacle, you will notice that you are thinking better, less brain fog, more energy, more motivation, and less anxiety. These things we indulge in on a daily have very toxic substances in it. Another way to overcome your smoking and drinking bad habits, you have to replace one addiction with another. For example, back in the university, I smoked. I hope my man watching this. I replaced my addiction with an healthier option, which was going to the gym. Once I got used to going to the gym regularly, it was nearly impossible for me to keep smoking because I tried it once and the drop in performance level was ridiculous. It simply wasn't worth smoking and drinking anymore. Number 10, read books, journal, and remember, your anxiety depends on what you focus on. In recent times, we have gone from reading books to scrolling on our phones. That's like choosing McDonald's over a bowl of healthy salad from the farmer's market. I mean, the difference is ridiculous. Reading a book, a productive book to be exact, helps calm the nerves. Especially once you're able to immerse yourself in the book, your creativity takes control and creativity heals you spiritually and mentally. That's who we are as human beings. That is what separates us from other species. Our next level creativity mixed with our advanced brains, well, except whales and dolphins. They're kind of like, yeah, they're more spiritual than us. But anyway, also, the better the book, the less anxiety you feel. I'm not telling you to pick up some random horror, gory book to read and expect your anxiety to get better. No, it will not. It's going to get worse. It will. Pick up a productive book. Find a space like a library with less distractions and zone out. As for journals, as much as it helps with productivity, it is also a good source of anxiety relief. Just sitting in silence, staring at what you wrote down and thinking about how you will achieve your goals is more than enough to distract you from the problems at hand. And with that being said, it is also important to realize that your anxiety depends on what your focus is on. And this leads to the next way you can deal with anxiety. And that is number 11. Be in the present. Yes, we are basically continuing. What you focus your attention on is what affects you at that very moment. Have you ever been in a good mood, then you, let's say, think about a woman that broke your heart? Well, there goes your good mood. This is a simple fundamental rule the universe so fairly offers us. You cannot expect not to feel anxiety when you're constantly thinking about your traumatic events, your school bully, or a naked lady, or a naked lady, doing the do. These reactions we have to certain things shows we're human and we can control it, but we simply don't know how to. Well, now you do. Change your focus of attention and you will be fine. That right there is a promise. I guarantee it. Number 12, exercise, or at least walk. You very regularly hear people say the gym is the second home, and without the gym they would have lost their sanity. Well, believe them. A lot of us have battles we're fighting, and some of us more intense than others, but there isn't a soul on earth who isn't going through something. And it's the trial and tribulations that make us improve as a whole, better ourselves, and make life even more fun. Just taking a walk in nature for 30 minutes daily is very helpful against depression and anxiety. Lifting heavy is very helpful too. Apart from the fact that it boosts testosterone in men, it's important to know that when one sees results at the gym, especially after putting in work, avoiding the shortcuts, there is a dopamine hit that's not like the one you get from watching masturbating to porn, but a well-fulfilled, solid dopamine hit, the type that makes you proud of yourself and where you are in life at that very moment. To cut the long story short, exercise daily. Please do it. Number 13, no fap. At this point, we've all heard about no fap and how helpful it can be when channeled in the right way. Notice I said no fap and not semen retention, which is completely different. Masturbating to porn, to be exact, is dangerous because of what it does to our dopamine and also the way we see our fellow women. And I haven't even mentioned what it does to us on a spiritual level. Myself being an individual who has struggled in the past, that was my biggest cause of social anxiety. When I was around beautiful women, I would freeze up and fry. And this would be the case until I made the conscious decision to give up porn. And I instantly saw an improvement in my self-confidence and a decrease in my social anxiety. Also, yeah, down there's gonna be like vibranium. If you stop beating your beef stick, that is, it's gonna be solid like a cucumber. Number 14, never bottle up your problems. Talk to your loved ones. This one in particular, I can relate because I am not one to deal with uncomfortable, awkward moments. For instance, if I was to walk into a room filled with people I don't like or vice versa, it's in human nature to feel awkward. Another example is when you and a friend of yours aren't on speaking terms. It can be very difficult to be in the same vicinity as them without feeling some sort of anxiety or panic attack, especially when they show up unexpectedly and you don't have the chance to get ready. Well, there is an option. You have to forgive them. Not forget, because that would be silly, but forgive them for the sake of your own peace of mind. And you would notice a huge baggage being lifted off your shoulders, undoubtedly. Also, talk to your loved ones. Vent. Release all that bottled up emotions. And that is why it is extremely important for you to surround yourself with people who genuinely care about you. Number 15. Sea salt or Epsom salt bath. This is a simple one. You have to detox your body from all the impurities our body gets exposed to. No better way to detox our skin than having a bath in sea salt or Epsom salt. Firstly, having a bath alone will make you feel good due to the fact that water is one of the highest positive frequencies, and adding to the water the sea salt or Epsom salt can stimulate circulation, ease muscle cramps, relieve stress, stiffness of the joints, aid with arthritis. I suggest you do more research on it. Number 16, cheek oils. Now, this one is a bonus. This is called a cheek oil, invented by David Wong, a passionate businessman who managed to cure himself from an incurable illness, starting his journey into frequency healing. For those well aware of the Rife machine invented by Royal Ralph, who got his inspirations from the great Nikola Tesla himself, the cheek oil is basically a more portable modern version of the Rife machine. Guys, it works. All you have to do is plug in your phone. Jeez, okay. All you have to do is plug in your phone, select the frequency you require, and use it to meditate. Help you fall asleep, helps you with many other things. I will leave you to find out for yourself. I am still learning new things about it each day, so please check it out. And in the link below, if any of you want to purchase it, let me know what you think about it. I'm not sponsored by David Wong, well, not yet at least. I am simply sharing the knowledge and my experience. This tool can most definitely be used to escape this matrix, and if you want to know what the matrix is and other ways to escape it, tap on the next video right here. You will be shocked to find out the matrix isn't really what you thought or what you've been coerced into believing it is. If you found this video useful in any way, please subscribe, like and comment, as it helps the algorithms. And remember, try to be in the present. The past is gone, the future is yet to come. All we have is the present. Thank you, and one love.